Hello, creators. Registration for our next Wellness Center Creators Retreat opens September 1st, 2025. And we'd love to have you join us in person in Vancouver, Washington, September 22nd through 25th in 2026.
We've only got 20 spaces per track, so be sure to check out the options and see which one fits you and any leadership team members you may want to bring along.
If you register before the end of the year, you'll get the early bird rate plus some new VIP perks.
All the details are at wellnesscentercreators.com/retreats, and we can't wait to see you there.
Today's episode is sponsored by Jane, a clinic management software and EMR. Waiting on hold isn't anyone's idea of time well spent, especially when you're busy providing exceptional care to your patients and clients and running your clinic. The Jane team knows how valuable your time is. That's why they work hard to keep call wait times to an average of 2 minutes. This means you can get quick answers to your clinic questions and head into your weekend with one less task on your to-do list. Plus, unlimited phone, email, and live chat support from their team of friendly humans is included in every Jane subscription. So, no matter where you're at on your Jane journey, they're always there to lend a hand. To see how Jane can help you take back your personal time, head to jane.app to book a one-on-one demo, or use the code wellness1mo at sign-up for a 1-month grace period applied to your new account. Hi there, and welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. I'm Kendall Hagenson.
And I'm Anna Rudell. We're thrilled to have you join us on this journey of creating innovative, patient-centered wellness centers.
As experienced health and wellness providers, we've seen firsthand the challenges of delivering comprehensive, holistic care to our patients.
That's why we created this podcast, to share the knowledge, strategies, and insights we've gained from our own experiences and from connecting with experts in the field.
Each episode, we'll dive into a different aspect of building and growing a successful wellness center, from developing a strong multidisciplinary team to implementing cutting-edge technologies and treatment approaches.
We'll also share practical tips, resources, and real-world examples to help you overcome common obstacles and streamline your processes.
Our goal is to empower you with the tools and confidence you need to create a thriving wellness center that truly makes a difference in your patients' lives.
So whether you're just starting out or looking to take your existing practice to the next level, you're in the right place.
Get ready to learn, grow, and be inspired. Let's create something amazing together.
Welcome to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.
Hey, Wellness Center creators. This is Kendall, and I have something super important to share with you today. Ann and I needed to take a quick break from our regular recording schedule, but honestly, this has worked out perfectly because I've been getting a bunch of questions from you about content creation and building authority online. More specifically, I keep hearing, Kendall, I'm burned out on social media, aren't we all? I'm tired of posting 3 times a day for vanishing visibility. There has to be a better way. There is. And my friend James, who has been producing this podcast behind the scenes for years, has been helping healthcare professionals escape social media treadmill using a simple, science-backed system. James is going to share some fascinating research from Yale University about why your voice alone might be more powerful than any Instagram story you could create. Plus, he's got this incredible story about second graders that will completely change how you think about podcasting. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let James show you how to build real authority without the social media burnout. James, take it away.
Thanks so much, Kendall. And hello to all the amazing Wellness Center creators listening. Now, before we dive in, let me start with a question that might sting. How many hours did you spend on social media content last week? Or how many hours did you want to spend on social media content, but didn't have the time, and so you didn't do it? Now, how many ideal patients did that content, if you got around to it, actually generate? if you're like most healthcare professionals I talk to, you spent up to 10 hours, maybe more, creating content that got buried by algorithms, while your competitors using evergreen systems attracted premium clients with less than 2 hours of weekly effort. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to escape social media burnout forever using my one-page podcast plan, which is a simple 7-step system that replaces the content treadmill with authority assets that work for years, not just hours. Let me be direct. Healthcare professionals are experiencing a professional dignity crisis, and social media is the cause. Now, you spent 8 or more years becoming an expert. You've helped hundreds, maybe even thousands of patients or clients. You have a deep clinical knowledge and real expertise. Yet somehow, the marketing industry convinced you that professional authority requires posting 3 times daily with perfect graphics, dancing for TikTok trends, chasing algorithm changes every month, performing like an influencer instead of practicing like an expert, spending up to $18,000 annually on social media management. When did we decide that healthcare professionals should dance for likes? A successful chiropractor called me the other week, completely exhausted. She said, "James, I have over 12 years of clinical experience, but it feels like I'm spending more time creating Instagram stories than I am adjusting patients. This can't be the only way." And she's right. It's not. But to understand the better way, you need to see what Yale University discovered about how trust actually forms. Here's what shocked researchers at Yale University. Voice-only communication creates deeper emotional connections than video calls, in-person meetings, or any visual content. Over 1,700 participants across 5 different experiments proved it. When people can't see you, they actually focus more on the emotional content of your voice, your expertise, and your authenticity. Think about what that means for healthcare professionals. Now, there's a link in the notes for this episode if you want to read through all of these experiments and the study. It is pretty interesting, especially for a audio nerd like myself. Now, think about what that means for healthcare professionals. Social media trains patients to judge you on your lighting and camera quality, your ability to perform for the algorithm, your custom cool graphics you created for your post, whether you're following trending topics, and how entertaining you are. Voice-first authority systems let patients judge you on your clinical expertise, your ability to explain complex concepts clearly, your genuine care for their well-being, and your professional competence. Which one positions you as the expert you actually are? While you're burning out trying to be an influencer, smart practitioners are building authority through voice-first systems that create lasting professional trust, exactly what the one-page podcast plan teaches. Now, let's talk about what social media is actually costing you. Now, there's a time cost, right? 10 up to 15 hours weekly, creating content that disappears in 24 hours or less. There's a financial cost. You can spend $1,000, $1,500 to $3,000 monthly for social media management, someone to do the work for you. There's opportunity cost. Hours spent chasing algorithms instead of seeing patients. And there's professional cost. Your dignity slowly eroding as you perform for likes. Now, the total annual cost might add up to $18,000 or more in money, plus 520 to 780 hours of your life. Now, compare that to the one-page podcast plan system. Here's your time investment. 2 hours or less weekly if you batch these things out monthly, creating authority assets that work for years. There's a financial investment. Once you learn the system, it's either $0 free to maybe up to $14 monthly for hosting your audio, your podcast. There's opportunity created. Every piece of content compounds in value over time. And there's professional gain, expert positioning that commands premium pricing. Now, here's the key difference. Social media creates algorithm dependency. Authority systems create platform independence. With social media, one algorithm change can destroy your entire strategy overnight. Your audience belongs to the platform, not you. With authority assets, you own your content, you own your audience, and you can use this to build equity that appreciates over time and to grow your listenership, to grow your audience, and to build your email list of prospects, potential patients, and actual customers, clients, and patients. Now, here's the one-page podcast plan in a nutshell. It's a complete system I've developed over 12 years of helping healthcare professionals and others escape social media burnout. And with today's tools and the system like this, it's really just these 7 simple steps. First step, you're going to claim your authority position. You're going to define who you help and why you're different. It's not based on trending topics, but on your actual clinical expertise. Now, the second step, you're going to connect through a voice-first foundation. Set up a simple recording system with just your smartphone to start. No expensive equipment, no social media management teams. Step 3, you're going to create content using the SAV framework. SAV stands for story, authority, and value. One properly structured piece of content that works for years, not posts that disappear in hours. Fourth step, generate content from your expertise. Mine your professional knowledge for years of authority topics. Stop chasing trends and start demonstrating expertise. And the fifth step, you're going to record. This is a 30-minute weekly system, which replaces 10 or more hours of daily posting with just the 30 minutes of authority building, recording your content, and that's it. And you can do this one afternoon every month and get everything done for the whole month. Sixth step, you're going to distribute, and it's pretty much automatically done for you once you create the content. And this is going to help you create platform independence and build an audience that you own through email and podcast subscribers. Escape algorithm dependency forever with this distribution system. And the final step, step 7, you're going to be able to convert your podcast listeners and email subscribers into premium clients using your authority positioning that you build with your audio first system. This is going to position you so you can charge premium pricing because of your demonstrated expertise, not influencer tactics. Now, this isn't just theory. This is the exact system my most successful clients use to escape social media burnout while building more authority than they ever had with daily posting.
Okay, I have to interrupt for just a minute because what James is sharing is exactly what so many of you have been asking me about. You know how you're always telling me you want to create content, but feel overwhelmed by all the technical stuff and the time commitment. And you're exhausted from posting 3 times a day on social media just to stay visible. James has solved that problem. I have to share something. After talking with James about this system, I looked back at our most successful Wellness Center Creators episodes. You know what they all have in common? They're the ones where we're just having real, authentic conversations, of course. No fancy editing, no perfect scripts, just sharing what we know in a way that helps you. That's exactly what James teaches in The Authority Plan. How to escape social media burnout and turn your expertise into authority assets that work for years, not just hours. If you've been putting off content creation because it feels too complicated, or if you're tired of the social media treadmill, James's free 1-page podcast plan and audio series at theauthorityplan.com will show you there's a much simpler way. Sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones. Now, let's get back to James.
Now, I do have a story that proves that it's really not that hard to set up this kind of a system. And you may have heard this before, but let me tell you a quick story about how simple this system can be and can build some evergreen content that's out there for people to absorb, to listen to connect with you, and you're escaping the social media complexity. Now, just this past year, and she's still doing this, I helped a tech challenge second grade teacher who's a good friend of mine, actually. And she describes herself as barely able to figure out the school copier. And she wanted to create a podcast with her students that would allow them to learn something new, to help them tell stories, and to get that out there to their family, friends, grandparents, and that sort of things. But she was really confused about where to start and how to create a certain focus for the podcast. What sort of format could she use? And she was definitely confused about the technology. Now, we basically used the one-page podcast plan system, and she used her iPad and some simple free apps to start to produce this podcast. She did get a good microphone that I recommended for her. It was only like $70, but she never ended up using it. She just had the kids speak into the iPad. Now, within I think it was probably took about 3 weeks, her 7-year-olds were confidently interviewing high school basketball players, school administrators, even special speakers that were visiting the school. They were also creating content about topics that they were interested, like beavers and tree houses, and recording. And they would do it kind of in teams. So it was kind of like a newscast show about what's going on in the classroom, right? And the audio quality, it wasn't studio quality, but it was perfectly fine. And the content, it was really engaging and totally authentic. I mean, the kids were super cute. The cost, basically free. Now, my friend told me later, she said she was pretty terrified about the technology, but I made it so simple that her students were creating authority content basically immediately. Now, if she can do this with second graders, I can guarantee you that you can do this too. And this will help you escape social media burnout. All right, now here's your exit ramp from social media prison. Here's the uncomfortable truth most wellness owners face. You know social media is burning you out. You know there's got to be a better way, especially now after listening to this. But implementing a new system while running a practice feels overwhelming. That's why I'm launching the Authority Plan Founding Members Program. Now, this isn't a typical course where you just give videos and hope for the best. This is a co-creation experience where we build your authority freedom system together. In fact, I'm eating my own cooking this time around. I'll be launching my own podcast right alongside you, the Authority Plan Podcast, so you can watch me navigate every step of the process in real time. Here's what makes it special. I think I've decided to add a bonus, an extra session. So there's going to be 5 live transformation sessions, 2 hours each, which includes 90 minutes of training plus 30 minutes of hot seat coaching, feedback, Q&A, whatever you need. And you'll watch me build my own authority system in real time as a demonstration. It's a group of just 10 founding members for true collaboration. Everything is recorded as both video and an exclusive audio series, so you can review anytime, anywhere. You'll get the complete one-page podcast plan implementation handbook, personal feedback from me on your authority concept and content strategy, everything that goes into it. It's a 30-day authority acceleration program with daily guidance if you need it. I'm here. Shoot me an email and I'll reply as soon as I can. And monthly group coaching calls to maintain your freedom from social media. There's also going to be a community set up. You can post there, ask questions, help each other out, right? We're doing this all together. Now, the regular investment is going to be $14.97, but for founding members only, I've cut that rate in half to just $749. Now, this is my deepest discount, and it will never be offered again. Compare that to the $18,000 or more annually you're spending on social media management, Facebook ads, and content creation services that deliver temporary visibility instead of lasting authority. Here's my guarantee. Attend session 1, do the work, and if you don't feel confident about building your authority freedom system and escaping social media burnout, I'll refund your full investment. No hoops, no hard feelings. We start January 6th, 2026, and I'm only working again with just 10 people for this first cohort. All right. Kendall asked me to guest host today because she's busy. It's holiday season. But she also knows that many of you are experiencing social media burnout and searching for a better way to build professional authority. Here's what I want you to understand. You don't have to keep performing for algorithms. You don't have to sacrifice your professional dignity. And you definitely don't have to spend 10 or more hours weekly on content that disappears in 24 hours. The authority plan gives you a different path, one that builds authority assets instead of feeding algorithms, one that positions you as an expert instead of an entertainer, and one that works in 2 hours or less weekly instead of requiring constant daily posting. And this content works for you 24/7 for years to come. Here's your next steps. First, go to theauthorityplan.com right now. Subscribe to the special audio series I've recorded, The Authority Plan Insider, which details the program and the plan and everything about it. I'll give you even more insight than this episode. You can check out the social media burnout calculator, which will show you exactly the cost, how much you're spending on social media every year. You're going to feel like you're wasting your time and money. And download the one-page podcast plan. It's the complete 7-step visual framework that shows you exactly how to escape social media burnout. And then secondly, if you're ready to build your authority freedom system with personal guidance and a community of other healthcare professionals, apply for the Authority Plan Founding Members Program, and you'll find the link right there at theauthorityplan.com. Now, there are some bonuses that we're including. You can check them out on the authorityplan.com website. Includes a referral discount if you bring a friend or a colleague and refer them. We'll get you a nice discount because of that. Thank you very much. And there's also a bonus. You'll get my audio newsletter and private podcast blueprint. And this shows you how to turn every single episode into email content with listen to this newsletter links and how to create exclusive private podcast content just for your email subscribers. And this is how you can build an audience you actually own instead of chasing algorithm-dependent followers on social media. And this private podcast thing, it's just like the Authority Plan Insider. If you sign up for that and listen to that, it'll be similar to that, but you can put out a newsletter every week, and we'll talk about the format for that, how to record that, and how to take your every week recording and turn it into something people can listen to while they're out walking a dog, driving their car. Very accessible. Super awesome. We start January 6th again, and with just 10 founding members. And since you're part of Kendall's Wellness Center Creators community, even with the deeply discounted price, you can still use code Kendall50 for an additional $50 off. Now, the question isn't whether you're qualified to build lasting authority. The question is, how much longer will you get on the social media treadmill and let algorithms throw your work away in 24 hours when you have the power to build something permanent? Your ideal patients are searching for lasting expertise, not trending content. Your professional dignity deserves better than daily posting for vanishing visibility, and your expertise deserves to be showcased through systems that build compound authority over time. The social media treadmill is optional. Authority freedom is a choice. What will you choose?
Thank you so much, James, for sharing this with our community. To everyone listening, if you've been feeling burned out creating content and posting on social media, you are not alone. And you're not stuck. James has created a real solution with the one-page podcast plan. Head to theauthorityplan.com to get started. And remember to use code Kendall50, KENDALL50, if you're ready to join the Founding Members Program. Until next time, keep building your wellness center. And now you have a simple way to do it without content creation overwhelm and social media burnout.
Thank you for tuning in to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast. We hope you found this episode informative and valuable.
If you enjoyed the show, please consider subscribing and leaving a rating and review. Your support helps us reach more health and wellness professionals like you.
For additional resources, show notes, and more episodes, visit our website at wellnesscentercreators.com.
We'd love to connect with you and hear your thoughts, experiences, and questions. Feel free to reach out to us through our website or social media channels.
Once again, thank you for listening. We appreciate your dedication to providing exceptional patient care.
Join us next time as we continue exploring the world of wellness center creation. Until then, take care and keep making a difference.
Thanks for listening to the Wellness Center Creators Podcast.